guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining in, and welcome if this is your first time. I've already done a short on this subject that we're going to talk about today. However, let's take a deeper dive and figure out what the fuck is going on at Klein ISD. So, I don't know how much of the news you guys pay attention to. However, over the past, say, 6 months, there's been 3 different teachers that have been arrested out of this school district for similar things involving children. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. It's an outrageous. Without further ado, let's just jump into it. So, to kind of backtrack, the short that I did was over a Klein ISD cosmetology teacher that got arrested for trafficking kids. And I don't know, again, what goes through people's minds whenever they decide, hey, I'm gonna do this or make this decision to possibly ruin my life, but or the lives of others. Because in all reality, the real victims are the kids. It's fucking wild. So anyways, Kindra Griggsby, age 42, is currently held in Harris County Jail, with the Harris County District Attorney's Office requesting a $250,000 bond. I don't think that's high enough. According to Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez, the victims, aged 15, 16, and 17, were students who were reported as runaways. Investigators believe Griggsby recruited troubled teens from local high schools by offering them a place to stay, such as a hotel room. Shockingly, the sheriff revealed that she did alongside her son, Roger, age 21, who was already in jail on the mom got arrested. He was already in jail for a similar charge. Klein Kane High School Principal Lauren and the Klein ISD Chief of Police sent out a joint message to families notifying them of the arrest and expressing their shock at the allegations. They were quoted as saying, "Let's be clear, any behavior harming children is deplorable." The sheriff stated that more possible victims have already come forward, reporting that Griggsby recruited them or tried to recruit them. The school appealed to parents to speak to their children and share any information learned. I don't know what is wrong with people sometimes. But yeah, so there was a thing where people didn't really believe that the school didn't have some idea, and in return with that, the school actually put a statement out where you can kind of see, like, they're just, like, I'll read it to you guys. "We are writing to inform you of the situation that the Harris County Sheriff's Office just notified us, which we immediately addressed. Law enforcement notified us that cosmetology teacher Kindra Griggsby was taken into custody for felony charges of sex trafficking and compelling prostitution. As soon as we were notified of this information, the district took immediate action, apprehended, and immediately placed Miss Griggsby on administrative leave. Klein ISD has no intention of allowing this individual back to Klein Kane or any Klein ISD school. We will report to all appropriate agencies after the investigation. Let us be clear, any behavior harming children is deplorable, and we will always fully cooperate with any law enforcement partners to ensure anyone engaged in such acts is brought to justice. Parents, please speak to your children on this matter. If they have any information to share, please report it to Klein ISD Police at the phone number listed below. We understand that this news is unsettling. Rest assured, we are committed to dealing with this situation transparently. Our utmost priority is the safety of our students, and if the allegations prove true, we strongly encourage the criminal justice system to take every appropriate action to protect our children. Then it goes on to give the number and a website. This is the thing that's kind of going to hurt the school district, at least administration for this school. There's been students, even on the shorts that I posted and that others have done, that say, hey, I go to that school, and they knew about it for a year. Like, the administration knew about it for a year and nobody did anything about it. So I find it fucked up that their little website to report crimes is Keep Klein Safe. Like, you clearly had individuals who knew about it, so how did you not know? And then allegedly there were multiple people that had come up to the administration and said, hey, I believe this is going on, you guys should look into it, or hey, I have proof that this is going on, you guys should look into it. And there was retaliation in that aspect. So yeah, let's continue. I still, this is just the beginning. A 13-page warrant revealed new details in the shocking case involving the now former Klein ISD teacher accused of running a prostitution ring with her son. Griggsby was charged with 3 counts of compelling prostitution of someone under 18 and sex trafficking of a child. She was arrested inside her classroom, and her phone was seized. Newly released search warrant details an alleged mother and son ring and the horror the trafficking victims felt trapped in. One mother told investigators her 18-year-old daughter was groomed and held against her will by Griggsby at her home. She said her daughter endured beatings for 6 months, and she believed Griggsby recruited as many as 8 girls from her job at Klein High School to work for her son and her. The warrant also said that teen called Griggsby stepmom. That's fucking creepy. Like, that reminds me of, I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie. I think it's called Mom or Ma. And like, all she wanted was kids or whatever, so she like tries to trap them down in the basement. Let's just get back into it. Roger, age 21, was arrested and charged in November of 2022 after another teen, a runaway, made an outcry to Harris County Sheriff's Office deputies at a hotel on FM 1960 in North Harris County. And she said she had been trafficked for sex. She told deputies Roger was her pimp. A year and a half later, Harris County Sheriff's Office said further investigations revealed Griggsby helped run the enterprise. Klein ISD said that she had been relieved of her job and will never work in the district again. She worked at Klein since 2019 as a cosmetology teacher and passed a background check, the district said. Well, clearly, if she'd never been caught for something similar, then it's not that's not the concern. The concern is the telltale signs after the fact. According to the search warrant, Griggsby booked the hotel rooms. Investigators believe she received payments to Cash App and Zelle for the transactions that her son used her car to transport the victims. Since Griggsby's arrest, district officials have responded to criticisms that they were aware of the allegations before the teacher's arrest. The district denies that claim. Again, this will all come out. I'm sure in like 3 years, everything's going to be like out in the open. And you know what? If they did know and they didn't do anything about it, I hope they get fucking charged too, because you're just as much at fault. Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't want to try and take action before, or even just like ensure the safety of your kids. According to some parents and students, the school administration knew since last February 2023. The ISD states this is false. Griggsby is expected in court to be arraigned on the trafficking and other charges from the alarming details that unfolded. Sheriff Ed Gonzalez announced the teacher's arrest in a Monday night tweet on April 8th, saying Griggsby, 42, and her son, Maggie, 21, were involved in the trafficking ring that included at least 3 teen girls. It appears Griggsby recruited troubled juveniles from a local high school by offering them a place to stay, which would be a hotel. So yeah, that's just the most recent story that we know of. There's 2 other teachers apparently that were arrested for something similar. For instance, there's a guy, Sebastian Baraldi. Look, let's get into his story. Authorities say that another Klein ISD school district teacher has been caught with CP on his computer. Klein Oak High School teacher Sebastian Baraldi, age 55, was arrested and charged with 5 counts of possession of CP. Law enforcement authorities reportedly found a file on Baraldi's computer hard drive labeled School Art Project. That's fucking sick. That was filled with child abuse. Based on the report from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, the Montgomery County Precinct 3 Constable's Office said they began an investigation in January to track down who was sharing the material online, which featured images of children ages 5 to 12 years old. Montgomery County Precinct 3 investigators, along with other officers from Homeland Security and the Houston Metro Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, arrested Baraldi on Wednesday after executing a search warrant at his home in the Woodlands. Baraldi was booked into the Montgomery County Jail and is held at a $250,000 bond, but has since been released. Why are these fucking people getting bonds? Like, I understand, like, the judge has to be like, oh, we can't just hold them without bond, without cause. But clearly, like, that right there, like, anything involving kids, women and kids, like, there should be no fucking bond. I'm sorry, you chose to do that? Okay? You can say, oh, I'm innocent, somebody planted it, da 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 da. District officials notified parents that Baraldi had been arrested, and it quoted, "Will not return to Klein Oaks or any Klein ISD school until we learn the outcome of the ongoing investigation being conducted by law enforcement." End quote. Klein ISD confirmed to Texas Scoreboard on Friday that Baraldi is no longer an employee of the district. State records show that Baraldi's teaching certificate is valid as of February 9th, and he is not yet under investigation by the Texas Education Agency. School officials have 7 business days to report educator misconduct to the state, although a recent study found that this doesn't always happen. So I remember I used to always think, like, why do teachers that get in trouble in, like, other states or, like, even, like, other districts in the same state are able to get jobs if they've been, like, strange, like, misconduct, like what's going on now? This is why. It's because the administration slacks so fucking much. They don't report it to the state, or they don't do anything. They're just like, oh, we fired him. He's not our problem anymore. We did our part. We did our part. According to his LinkedIn page, Baraldi had worked at Klein ISD as a teacher, a department chair, and a webmaster since 2007. He and his wife have 2 children. Baraldi is the 3rd Klein ISD teacher in 3 months to have been arrested for a sex crime involving children. In December, Greenwood Forest Elementary School music teacher Kenneth Esprit was charged with 5 counts of possession of CP. Also in December, Epps Island Elementary teacher Matthew Stegman was charged with indecency with a child by contact following accusations that he improperly touched a 7-year-old female student. Then you have The fourth one, in which Griggsby. So that's yeah. 6 months, dude. You clearly have a fucking issue over there, Klein. You clearly, background check pass or not, like you clearly have an issue. So you remember earlier, whenever we were discussing like a person that had gone up to the administration and like was trying to tell them, hey, this XYZ is going on back with Griggsby's case. Well, this was the outcome here. Like this is their story. Okay. The whistleblower who helped expose a Houston area sex trafficking ring organized by a Klein high school teacher and her adult son has hired nationally renowned civil rights attorney Harry Daniels, saying school administrators retaliated against her for speaking out. The new allegations raise serious concerns over why the Klein Independent School District and Harris County Sheriff's Office waited over a year to take action against Griggsby, despite clear reports that she was involved in the prostituting teenager students. But the whistleblower, a fellow teacher at Klein High School, reported her concerns to Klein High School administration. Several district officials even made a sworn statement to law enforcement in February 2023. Unfortunately, those warnings were ignored, and Griggsby not only wasn't arrested, but was also allowed to keep teaching, where she had access to countless potential victims. It was the whistleblower and not Griggsby who faced retaliation from the school's administration and was forced to resign shortly after reporting her concerns. Likewise, investigators with the Harris County Sheriff's Office sat on a forensic report of Maggie's phone that contained text messages about the sex trafficking and prostitution ring between Maggie and Griggsby for nearly a full year. So this is the quote from the whistleblower's attorney. It takes real courage for a whistleblower to come forward in a case like this. But instead of being taken seriously, she was ignored, ridiculed, and forced to resign. That kind of failure is nothing less than the dereliction of the duty of both the Klein Independent School District and the Harris County Sheriff's Office. Their actions put students at risk, and they deserve to be held accountable. Like I said, guys, it's an off-putting story, and I don't fucking know, dude. Like, I feel bad for the students. I know there's some wild stuff like that went on whenever I was in school, but that was like student to student. Like, and I don't mean nothing wild like this, but that was like, typical stuff like fights or food fights or like the love triangle crap. But this is wild, man. Like, again, I have kids of my own. Like, I'm already concerned when I send them to school, because you don't know what's going to go on between those 6 to 8 hours that they're in that building. You just don't know. You can't see the future. You can't see. And I work out of town a lot, and so my heart goes out to the parents. My heart goes out to the victims, even the potential ones. I hope that you guys can move on and have very successful lives. Don't forget about the situation, but allow it to make you stronger. My deepest condolences to everyone that's a victim here, to include the whistleblower who was trying to be that brave one to put a stop to this horrendous act and was pretty much shunned out like a witch. That's it for today's videos, guys. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to subscribe, like the video, comment your thoughts, comment what else you want to see. I also want to give a huge shout out to a couple channels that have been like my muse and like why I decided to finally post and start making videos. One of them being Coffee House Crimes. Go ahead and check them out. All these links will be in the description. That chapter is another YouTube channel, and TUV. I will have all the links to their channels below. Be sure to go subscribe, check out their content. Amazing storytelling, amazing people. I follow them religiously. Great. All the sources and my socials are down in the description below. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again for another one. But until next time, deuce.